Hey everyone, I wanted to take a minute and show you how to shop Medicare plans on your own. So, this is a tool that I have and I've probably sent you a link or spoke to you at some point, or maybe you don't want to deal with an agent at all and you want to shop Medicare plans and you want to find the most efficient way to do so with your medications and your doctors, same way that I look at plans. So, this is actually the same tool that I use. Now, this is a client facing site. So, if you go here, this is what you see. If you're meeting with me, I see a little more on the back end channels. I can manipulate it a little bit more to see a little more details. But for the most part, you get access to all the same information that I do. It is wide open, and I encourage you to check these plans out. You will use this site if we've got a meeting already scheduled for you to actually input your doctors and medications before we meet. And if you want to take it a step further and actually compare plans yourself, I'm going to show you how to do that. So, one, let's say we're starting from scratch. You're maybe thinking about going on a Medicare plan here soon, or it's time to change your plan and you don't want to deal with trying to schedule or talk to an agent. You want to do this on your own time. Well, this is how I would recommend you doing it. So this is going to take the data from multiple different insurance companies' plans. It's all in one location. It's going to allow you to put in your medications and your doctors and help sort out plans based on what works for you and that criteria. So let's show you how to use it. So your FMO, notice my cell phone number's here if you ever need me. If you do enroll yourself through this, and you can, I will still be attached as your agent. I will get credit for that. You can reach out to me if you're having issues. I strongly encourage you actually having an agent, even if it's me, even if you don't want to have me do the application for you. I encourage this, and I'm always here available to help you if you're having issues. So I'll show you how to do it. I recommend going to the Help Me Find a Plan, and it's very easy. So we click there. Here, it asks us for our zip code. I'm just going to put in the office zip code for demonstration purposes. Again, this whole presentation is demonstration only. This is not a sales presentation, just showing you how to utilize the plan or utilize the system. And then our medications, you're going to put in, if you take a generic, please put the generic in here. If you take the brand, put the brand. But let's say lisinopril. I'm just pulling some out of the hat here. We're going to pick the dosage and how often you refill your medication. Say every 3 months. And of course, I need a 3-month quantity. If I take one a day, I need 90. Add drug. Notice it has been added on to my list. Let's add another one. Let's say metformin. Pick my dosage again. I get it filled every 3 months, but I take 2 a day. I would need to put 180. We can put in as many medications as you need. Please make sure this is accurate and up to date. That way you're getting the most accurate information possible. And then once that's complete and updated, go next. Now notice, now that I've started putting information here, there's a code right here. I would suggest writing this code down because this will be something that you'll share with me if we need to talk and look at plans a little bit further. Maybe you get to a stopping point and you can't decide between a couple different plans and you'd like to discuss with me to find out which one I would recommend, because I may know some nuances about a plan not covered on this website that you may want to know, and I can help with that recommendation. So, but this code is going to allow, you'll be able to provide this code to me, and when I log into my system, I can put the code in and it will populate and already have your prescription list and doctor information saved and ready to go, which makes that meeting much more efficient than us taking the time to input everything all over again. Now let's talk about doctors. You're going to choose whatever city your doctor's located in. If it's in a different city not listed, you could put in the zip code or the city that the doctor's located in. So let's just say Jacksonville. Let's say Dr. Warren. Dr. Charles Warren. Continue. Let's say we do the Fort Carolina address. I think he actually works out of Fleming Island, but we're just going to put him in there. We can add up to 20 doctors. Notice he's been added to this doctor list. And let's add another Dr. Warren, Dr. Scott Warren. He's a primary care doctor in our area, and Scott Warren's a dermatologist. So just giving a couple examples, let's say the Belfort Oaks address. Once your doctor list is complete and accurate with the doctors that are important to you, let's continue to next. Here's where you can put in estimated health usage. So it's going to help coordinate plans based on your usage. I personally skip this section, and I would skip it if you're just wanting to look at your fixed costs, which is would be your medication cost only. But if you're thinking you might use a doctor frequently, you might check one of these, and it's going to give you some estimated costs based on the plan that you're on. But I personally recommend skipping this section. So I'm going to skip it here. Now we want to put in our pharmacy. Your pharmacy makes a big deal. So if your pharmacy is not within 5 miles, you might need to expand it. You can expand the difference. Here's your major chains. Maybe you want a local retail pharmacy, or like one of these, or a mail order pharmacy. Choose whichever one that you prefer to use. I'm just going to choose CVS. As long as it's checked, it's been updated. Again, everything is connected to this code, and we could utilize this later. Now, if there's certain plans that you want to check, maybe you only want to compare Aetna and WellCare or Centene's plans, you could do that. You can compare all these plans. I'm licensed and appointed with all of these carriers here, so these are plans that I have access to go over, so they're available to you. If we don't check anything, they're going to compare them all. So let's just go next. And now it's going to have all the plans as it loads up available for us to review that I'm appointed with to offer. So if we hit next, it's going to show us we can add our medications, add health, and doctors, which we've already added that information in here. So notice it's got Dr. Scott Warren, Dr. Charles Warren, and compared with this plan. So let's say here we can sort by monthly plan premiums, estimated total cost, company, or estimated drug cost. This is the one I'd prefer to shop by. And we can compare Medicare Advantage that include drug coverage or Part D. Medicare Advantage only, these will not have Part D coverage. You only want to be looking at this plans if maybe you've got TRICARE or possibly a late enrollment penalty you're not want to deal with, or CHAMP VA. There's a couple little very, very minor chances you'd ever be utilizing one of these plans. More than likely you'll be looking at Medicare Advantage with prescription drug coverage or Medicare Part D plans only. Now, we can filter by plans over here. Maybe I only want to look at Aetna and Cigna plans. I could do that. Maybe I want to look at plans that have doctors in my network only, so I can hit all. It's like we don't have any of them that have all of them in our network. Or PPO plans only. Maybe I only want to shop PPO plans. So this doctor looks a little bit off. So let me maybe change this up here. So let's go back to doctors. Let's go to Scott Warren. Let's remove this. Let's choose 322-3203 because he's actually in Orange Park. So let's go Warren. Sometimes we got to change that around. Let's select there. Let's see. View plans. Let's kick back in here. Let's see if it changes things up. So you want to make sure that data is as accurate as possible because look, he's now been added to the system. And it looks like it got rid of... all right, let's remove this one. I got rid of the wrong one. Continue. View all plans. Look there. Even I make mistakes. So now that I've updated the correct location that doctor's in, it's showing Dr. Scott Warren is in this network. I knew he was in this network, but that location, he's not listed at that location to be a network. So let's just undo the PPO. So now we can look at all these plans. So as we see here, Dr. Charles Warren takes this plan, but Dr. Scott Warren does not. Let's move on down a little bit more. Let's search. We talked about all doctors take the plan. So now it's automatically going to sort plans that both doctors are showing in network. So it looks like it's mostly the Aetna plan that they're both in network here. So maybe I don't care so much about these doctors. Maybe I just want to make sure at least one doctor's in the network. So we've got Florida Blues HMO, Aetna's HMO, Devoted, ARP, Care Plus. We've got all these different plans that they're in network. At least one of the doctors are in network. So looks like the dermatologist is not in network for a lot of these plans. So, and that could happen. So make sure you're putting in the doctors that are important to you. So now from here, it gives you some information about the plans. And I don't want to go over these. In fact, I may even have to blur these out for educational purposes, dealing for compliance. But again, you've got my information if you want to reach out to me and we can review these plans together by you reaching out to me. And let's say you want to compare a couple plans. Let's say we want to compare this this Blue Cross HMO plan with this Aetna HMO plan. We can actually compare plans here and actually click compare. And it'll give us a side-by-side breakdown of them. It shows us what star rating the plans are, premiums, deductibles, max out-of-pockets, any drug deductibles, and so forth. And then it'll break even further down on our copays, a lot further down. Side-by-side, their dental benefits, diagnostic benefits, doctor visits, and so forth. I'm going to scroll to the bottom. And if you get to the bottom, you actually see the documents that you can download. So we've got summary benefits, star ratings. Some have the evidence of coverage available that you can actually download to review and save later. And if you decide, hey, this is the right plan for me, you can actually click the enroll button and actually enroll in the plan. You can actually give you some more data about the plan, more details. You can and fill out your application right here. It's actually very smooth and seamless, and you can do all of this very efficiently on your own if you find the right plan. And you can go back and maybe we're just comparing again. Let's go back to compare plans. We can also compare our drug costs as well. So we can see any deductibles and if there's any premiums, if we're a preferred or standard pharmacy, where our tiers fall and what our negotiated rates are, as well as what our copays would be based on that plan for each month of the year. Now, if you're enrolling mid-year, maybe you're turning 65 let's say July, and you're going effective July, well, think of January as July, August, September, because you may have copays associated with your medications. You can find all that here. And again, you can enroll yourself and you can go back and keep comparing plans. We can clear plans, and that pretty well sums it up to be able to enroll yourself and compare plans. Make sure to save this code because we may use that in the future. Don't feel obligated that you have to enroll yourself. By all means, you can reach out to me and I'd help guide you through it and make sure you're on the right track and make sure you understand. If you have any questions, please write them down and reach out to me. I look forward to working with you in the future. Everyone, have a great day.